Latoyah here for 1700 again, and I'm joined by Chris and Damien from the Panda Band. How do you do?
Good, thank you.
Very good to have you here. Now, I guess I should start by saying welcome back, because you guys have had a bit of a break from about 2006, 2007. Why such a gap between albums?
So many things came up.
Educating ourselves in life, I guess, you know, just getting away from music for a little while, doing things to inspire you to write some cool songs. All sorts of stuff. We were studying, we were doing recording the whole time. We were on a break. We weren't really on a break, we were still a band and we were still recording pretty much every day. So yeah, we were still busy with the band, just doing other things as well, just not touring and being in a place of people, I guess.
Cool. Dabbling in any side projects or anything?
Yeah, well, me and the drummer play in another band called The Witches, so we've been doing a bit of that. And Rufus has a TV show called Very Bad People, and we've been doing a bit of that as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, the new album is Charisma Weapon, and this album is seriously bright and groovy. I really like it. And I read for this album, everyone sort of tried their hand at a bit of writing and a bit of production. How was that sort of collaborative process for you guys?
Well, we all have our little studios in our rooms, and we just kind of come up with ideas as we go, you know, and we all send them. Well, everyone sent them to me, and I put all the ideas together and sort of chose, you know, good choruses and good verses and, you know, a little puzzle, put the puzzle together like that. Yeah, we didn't really, like for the collaboration for this, we didn't really sit in a room together and collaborate like that. It was just, yeah, in our little cells everywhere and then send it together.
Now, you actually worked with Magoo, who's worked with Regurgitator and Midnight Oil, and also Steve Falone, who's worked with the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and the Strokes on this album. What was that process like? Hands-on?
Well, yeah, well, it was Magoo was 2 weeks of just solid craziness of mixing all the songs, you know, one a day.
Yeah.
So that was really intense. So I'd work like during the day and a lot of the night to get the songs ready, and then he'd mix for, you know, like from 8 AM to kind of 6, and then we'd do some adjustments and that at the end. And Steve with the mastering, we just sent it off on the internet.
Yeah.
And it's very scary sending something on the internet. Like, yeah, you don't know how it gets pieced together at the other end and then pieced together back and comes out okay. I still think that it's too weird.
I read that there were a couple of struggles making this album in terms of band members and labels. Could you shed some light on sort of what that was like during the time?
Well, we were talking to labels to try and get, yes, because we wanted to put a lot of effort into the production and recording a good studio, you know, and we had some offers from some American producers, and yeah, we were just trying to get that together, but it was really hard to get funding, and so that's why we ended up just doing it ourselves. And yeah, and that whole process takes a lot of time to kind of, yeah, you send, you know, A&R people and record labels your songs, and then they say, how about you do this to it and that, and it's a bit distracting. And so I mean, you've got to kind of give them what they want, otherwise, you know, a bit of give and take. But in the end, we just ended up doing it ourselves.
Yeah, speaking of that, you guys recorded it in a home studio. Was that a more organic approach for you guys, or did it put a lot more pressure on you to produce something that was wholly your own?
Probably less pressure, because, you know, you can, when you're recording all your parts, you know, you got your mirror in front of you, so you can like kind of go and like
strike a pose.
Yeah, and you always get better riffs when you're like watching yourself do rock moves. It's better for the recording process.
I don't have a mirror in my room, it's too distracting.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just close my eyes and imagine what I look like, which is far better than the mirror.
Yeah, so who do you picture you look like when you're strumming a guitar?
Well, me, but prettier.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Now, I want to talk about the idea of where the lyrics came from for this album, because the lyrics aren't just some sort of simple act of catharsis. They're really quite prolific and really quite intelligent and enigmatic. Where did you guys get some influences from for the words?
Well, I think there's a bit more of a mix this time. There's obviously like lyrics from Chris and Rufus as well. So I'm not really sure where they got those from. I think Chris does a lot of Tell him your picture story. That's good.
Oh yeah, on Cliff Dweller, there's a lot of. I had like a image of like it's at a fair, a festival or something, and it's just got like a merry-go-round or something, and I just sort of used that. I just looked at it while I was recording, and it just helps you come up with all parts because you're kind of imagining this thing spinning around, and yeah, that can help sometimes.
Yeah, I just have a file on my computer, and whenever I come up with like phrases or anything like that, I just type them down. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a verse or anything, but when you've written the music, you can go back to it, and then it'll give you a trigger to, hopefully get a whole song out of it.
Very cool. Now you guys are on tour at the moment. Have you got any horror stories or any amazing stories for that matter that you guys have encountered thus far?
Horror stories, probably.
Yeah, there probably is a lot.
That you can share?
Yeah.
I don't know why this came to mind, but the other day we got excited because there was a spa and like a sauna at the hotel we were staying at, and we went down there and it smelled like poo, so we couldn't go in there anymore.
Yeah, it was fertiliser.
I don't know why I
Well, that's
remember.
unfortunate.
When you go into the gardening section of Big W and that, and
Yeah.
you're in the inner shopping centre, but in the gardening section, that's what it smelled like.
No, it smelled like poo.
Well, good luck on the rest of the tour, guys.
Thank you.
These guys, their album is Charisma Weapon. I'm Latoyah. This is the Panda Band. Thanks for tuning in. You're on 1700.